First of all, friends, welcome all of you again to this beautiful part of Mexico. Welcome to the peninsula of Jukatan and welcome to Cancun. And today we have a beautiful day. I think looks great to enjoy Chichen Itza. Our program of today, my friends, is very easy. We're going to the Mayan city of Chichen Itza, which is located at the middle of the peninsula. It's like 125 miles, like 220 kilometers away from Cancun. So it's like 2.5 hours ride. In summer minutes, we must be leaving Cancun. By the way, this is considered Cancun, and this boulevard, this avenue, where mostly all the hotels are, see? And that avenue used to be on a little island, see? Today is connected by 3 bridges with mainland, and we just passed 2 of them. The another bridge is on the north side of the island, to the way to the city of Benito Juarez is the place where we live in, is the name of the city. Have you been there? Not yet? Benito Juarez is a pretty big place. Today we're more than 800,000 people, almost a million, living in Cancun. I mean, in the city. Remember, we have more than 60,000 rooms in Cancun, so that's why we have a lot of people working for you. So today we're just leaving Cancun, and in summer minutes we must be taking the toll road, the smooth road to Chichen Itza. Remember, just by 1.5 hours. And then we'll leave the toll road and we'll take the federal highway, which is pretty different road. It's pretty narrow, it's pretty bumpy, but we'll see very beautiful views along that bumpy road. We'll see a very beautiful, 4 beautiful Mayan communities. Today, friends, we're gonna have the pleasure to show you the real folklore of Mexico. Customs, traditions, the roots of this part of my country. Because in Cancun it's really hard to see it, because Cancun is a very new place. Cancun is just 33 years old. So Cancun is a very nice place to spend some holidays, fancy hotels, good weather, beautiful ocean, but we cannot see the real Mexico. But today we're gonna forget about this Mexican Miami, Cancun, and we'll see the real folklore of Mexico. We'll pass through those Mayan communities. We'll see how the Mayan descendants still living like those Mayas 1,000 years ago. We'll see Mayan houses, their plantations, how many women still are wearing the typical dresses, and also we'll see a lot of Mayan descendants today. A lot of mestizos, people like me, people with 50% Mayan blood, 50% Spanish blood. Mestizos. We'll see a lot of people like me, short people with big head, round face, no neck, chicken legs, very handsome, extremely smart, and very shy people like me, very shy. So we'll see how these people are still living like those Mayas, all right? We'll know about the customs, about the traditions of these Mayan people. We'll pass through those Mayan communities, and also we'll take a break in one of them, in a special resting area, in a place to stretch your legs, smoke a cigarette, to use the toilet. Just a little break to get ready to see Chichen Itza by 3 hours. If you like to buy a snack or a pop or something, just we'll take a little break, getting ready to see the archaeological site. After the break, we'll enjoy the place by 3 hours. As soon as we get inside of Chichen Itza, information is first. The most important things about the history of the Mayas, first, all of us together, about the buildings, about rituals, architecture, ceremonies, you know, the most important things about the place, all of us together. After the information, we promise you plenty of chance to be on your own. I mean, in order to explore the place, walking around the buildings, if you want to climb the big pyramid, or whatever you want to do on your own, okay? So remember, 3 hours inside the site, and information is first, and then plenty of chance to be on your own. By the way, inside of Chichen Itza, just one building is allowed to climb, just the tallest pyramid. The rest of them, sorry, not allowed to climb. You cannot go inside, just the tallest pyramid, but it's more than enough. 91 steps, like 10 floors more or less. Very easy to climb up. The problem is just coming down, but don't worry. I will show you the Mexican way to do it. Close your eyes and fly. No. Just kidding.
Alright, you're gonna have plenty of time to climb the temple. So, but before to continue, my dear friends, I wanted to let you know that during these last years, the Mexican government, with the idea to preserve these national monuments, so they decide to close the buildings forever. Because Chichen Itza is a very famous Mayan city, and according with the statistics, are coming here more than 2,000 tourists. So you understand that all of these people are on top of the temples, the authorities, they stopped the destruction, all right, to preserve this building. All right, so the whole site, the unique building allowed to climb is the pyramid. So tour guides working here in Chichen Itza since more than 15 years. So we elaborated a special program about the common questions that tourists ask, every day in this tour. You see that? So we go step by step. All right. So at the end of this information, if some of you has extra question, we can talk a little bit longer, no problem. All right. So my dear friends, let's start with the condition of these cities before its restoration. In 1841, two archaeologists from England, Frederick Catherwood and John Lloyd Stephens, they started with a great adventure in this part of my country, because with the help of Mayan people with the machetes, those long knives, they start walking through the jungle of the peninsula of Jukatan, getting here in this lost city. These cities, my dear friends, remain abandoned for more than 500 years. All right, so you understand the condition of this city? When the first archaeologists came here in 1841, buildings, temples, platforms completely covered with dense vegetation. Catherwood, he was an artist. When he came here first time, Chichen Itza, he painted the city as he found. I'm going to show you how this man found the pyramid before the restoration, and after to see how the pyramid was founded, you will have a clear idea how still here, my friends, remains hundreds of buildings. Archaeologists, they found more than 300 temples in Chichen Itza. What you see nowadays restored by the archaeologists, I think is like a 5%. Yes, still remain hundreds of buildings, temples covered with dense vegetation in this area. This is the pyramid of Kukulkan before the restoration. And by the way, the trees grows on top of the temples. Those trees start going up on top of the buildings. The roots, they push the stones. The stones fall down. That's why the first step when archaeologists work here, they cut the trees on top of the temples, and then they start taking the rocks in the bottom to put it back. All right, this is what archaeologists are doing, and the restoration of all of these buildings that you will see here today. Now, you will see and you will notice, friends, when we walk, that still remain some sections, areas of the temples without restoration because no stones. All right, archaeologists are using original stones to restore the buildings. They can find stones, there's no restoration. So my friends, Chichen Itza was abandoned for hundreds of years. People came from different countries to steal, to destroy here in this city. But let me tell you that one of the main reasons that the stones that were taken up from here, so that happens in the 16th century when the conquistadors arrived. Because they took rocks from these buildings to reuse, to build houses, churches, convents, cities. Hundreds, thousands, millions of stones that were taken up from here at that time. With that reason, archaeologists, they could restore only two sides of the pyramid. All right? Archaeologists, they could restore that side, that is the west, and the north side, the one on the left. Because the east and the south side, and the pyramid, no restoration, because no stones. All right? So in your free time, when you walk behind the pyramid, you will see the two sides without restoration. Somebody took this photograph like in 1927 to show you a little bit about the restoration of the pyramid. All right? So you will see here in this picture that just only one corner was restored in this time. Right. Actually, the archaeologists, you know, when somebody took this photograph, they were restoring the staircases. You see? So the staircases were not finished. When West took this photograph. All right. And also, you see here in this picture the two sides that archaeologists restored very well. This is the west side and this is the north side. They finished the restoration of two sides of the pyramid, and then archaeologists, they start to make some excavations at the bottom of the pyramid. You know, in the jaguar, you know, the spots of jade, all right, was traded with Mayans from Central America, right? So now, the second statue was like a man in a reclining position, holding in his stomach like a plate, named El Chacmol. in Mexico. Beautiful show. Okay? And like a part of the show at night, there is an ethnic group from the north part of Mexico who start performing this ancient game, right? So by my friends, all painted to different colors. And according with archaeologists, they discover archaeologists bases of the houses surrounding the temples, all right? Because nobody used these buildings, like a house, like a home, all right? All of the people, low class, high class, all the population of Chichen Itza, they live in the tough kind of huts, we call papas. At night, a show of lights. Yes. So that's why are those, metal things in the ground. There are cables, electricity system, all right, because we have a show at night. It's a beautiful light and sun show. Carvings are here on these platforms. I don't know if you see the players. Can you see the players clear right here? This player is standing up, and maybe you see this wearing something for taking elbows, hips, the knee pads. The next one, you see the same player. The next one is right there kneeling, but no head. You see the blood from the neck? The blood is spread up. The blood that serves the fertility coming.
This is Toltec.
Exactly. Archaeologists, they couldn't finish the restoration of this staircase because no stones. Remember I told you before, a lot of stones they were taken out from here. They restored all of this area, all right, to give an idea to tourists, Okay, here how exactly it would look like, all of these big long staircase. See, so one of the, the spectators, they were from the high class. See, yes, it's only the high class. First, they had the honor to participate in these rituals, and also the high society, they had the honor to live close to these buildings. The rest of the people, they live outside. And the division of the social classes clearly divided, in Chichen Itza, like happened, See, nowadays, in few tombs found in those deep areas that there was a pyramid. And according with the ceramic, the offerings, all the objects found, the artifacts in the tombs, shows that belongs to the high society, right? And let me tell you, my friends, the Mayan people, they occupy a different city, not here.
Yeah, he was upstate. He come down on his phone.
Z tej strony to sznurek jest.
Thank you very much.
Wysoko.
That'll make it a whole lot easier.
The rope?
I know I'm the biggest listener.
He says here.
Trust me, I'm the biggest listener.
I'm gonna be one.
Take a picture of you going down.
Oh yeah, actually that's good. Damn.
Slide.
You see the scared face.
Is it ready?
Scared look on my face.
And this sweat beads on your forehead.
I know.
Ready? 1,
Perfect.
2, 3.
You see the action.
Lighten up.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Może się zniszczą z tyłu. Chodź, kawałek.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead, come on. Come on, we want to go down. Go down, go down. Attenzione.
Schodzimy na dół. Jest bardzo gorąco u góry.
Oh my gosh. Mała piramida w dużej piramidzie. Żebym wiedziała, że tyle schodów, to by nie weszło. Nie ma czym.
You know go there? Oh, you here?
You better come with us. We'll look after you. We'll get you.
To mój dom w Meksyku.
bikini che ho dimenticato.